Thursday, we take and tackle each park and do volunteerism, trash cleanup, improvements of that park. So like Tom said, we are planning on June 29th to do that Kittredge Ever Clean Day, and part of that is this creek concept plan and implementing that plan. In addition to vegetation, in addition to just overall park improvements that we do every year, part of that park. So we encourage the community to come together on that day. As you can see, there are pressure fine trail. There's an open strand fence that will be put in place with collaboration with Jefferson County Open Space, and those timelines that he addressed as well. So that's the plan for where we're involved in and making this park usable and safe for all entities to use. But this is a group effort. This is a community effort. So moving forward, really ask all parties to be a part of this and really start to move forward and enjoy this park to the fullest. It is a beautiful park, and we really want everyone to safely use this amazing park that we have in our community.
Just want to touch quickly before we go to questions and answers. Moving through this quickly. It's important that as people are visiting this area, that they do several things, and that's outlined here in this park visitor expectations piece. And the first and foremost, we ask always at any public park, including Jefferson County Open Space Parks, Evergreen Park and Recreation District parks, that people follow the rules and regulations. They're there for the safety and well-being of all park visitors, pets, wildlife, etc. So we ask that. We also want to make sure, in order to avoid conflict in this area, that when you're enjoying this park, this area and the creek, that you really adhere to those places that are on public land, and you respect private property by staying off. It's private, just like your backyard is. So that's another expectation. We would also ask that you help us manage the park by maintaining that peaceful setting. It's really a wonderful setting down on the creek. You all know that. And in doing that, by just trying to limit some of the noise. We realize kids having fun are going to scream and yell and cry, unfortunately, sometimes. But helping with that'll make the experience more peaceful for both park visitors and neighbors alike. And then finally, just practicing good stewardship. And try to keep from having folks digging up plant material, disturbing vegetation, altering the creek in any way. It's really important that we let the creek be the creek and do what it does naturally. And so those are the things that we would expect from everyone that visits the park, whether you're local or you're from somewhere else. And we really want to create that culture of good stewardship, good visitorship, etc. So I think that concludes the information that we wanted to cover, and we're ready to start the question and answer period. Again, if you would raise your hands if you have a question so we can acknowledge you, and we keep those questions fairly succinct and limit those to one or two so we can field as many questions as possible. We'll go ahead and start that question and answer. So, questions from anybody in the audience?
Can you share what the remaining item is for the
Approving the deeds, I'm sorry. Other questions?
Yes, sir. What's the $250,000 for? Because it says it's not purchase, but it's either for property or for damages. It's one of the two. So is it for damages?
Yeah, thank you. That's an excellent question. I'm going to repeat it. You'll see that the third bullet point under the settlement filing a lawsuit, there's lots of costs. Legal costs, survey costs, expert witness costs, et cetera, et cetera. And what we agreed to settle on this number because that's a number that we might have expended carrying this case out through the court system, through appeals, et cetera. We might have even expended more than that. So it is a lawsuit settlement. It is not a compensation for property. The property value is different than the value of the settlement. Does that make sense? Thank you for the question. That was a really good question. Other questions? Yes, ma'am.
Where is the money coming from? So are we paying that as part of our taxes or where's that coming from?
So the question is, where is the money? Where's the $250,000 coming from? It is coming from the Jefferson County Open Space Fund. That is funded by a half-cent sales tax that we all pay on goods and services that throughout the county. So it will come from that. So yes, in essence, it does come from tax that you pay. Yes, sir.
Am I understanding correctly that there's going to be some bit of infrastructure added to the park through the volunteer day? And that's stuff like trails and fence around the property boundary. So that labor then is coming from volunteer work, not paid labor.
In addition to EPRD staff and time, since we organize that event anyways, it will be our full-time team prepping, getting ready for those projects that are set in that concept plan that you see, in addition to other park maintenance and operations that we do, painting, engineered with fiber for the safety of the playground, we do painting, pavilion, trail maintenance around the rest of the park. So it's yes, volunteer and EPRD staff and operations.
I also just want to clarify, we use the term that you might not be familiar with, and that's usable trail. And this is something that we've been embarking on with EPRD and others in building trails that are more usable for people who use mobility devices, wheelchairs, et cetera. So we've actually worked with a couple of individuals with experience disabilities that work for the National Park Service here at Elk Meadow Park and at South Table Mountain and other places to identify those obstacles that they can't maneuver on the trail system. So that's usable. What we hope to do with this trail, we won't know until we shoot some grids and things, is actually make it ADA accessible. So that's a higher level of accessibility than usable. Usable is just removing those obstacles that can't be navigated. The ADA standard says it's going to be a certain grade, certain width, et cetera, that people can access. So our goal would be to make it ADA accessible. We just don't know if we can do that just yet. We have to do a little bit more ground truthing for that, but for sure we can make it usable. So, other questions?
Well, we planned to park the 3-foot wide trail that is there now was planned for that. I don't understand why that is not ADA accessible. That's what we planned.
Yeah, it's not current. The current trail that is worn in